Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure by now you guys already know that Crunchy Chip Cookie is going to be a really good cookie to invest in. And in this video, I want to talk about two different builds that you can go with Crunchy Chip Cookie. And that is of course going to be including the full solid almond set that I've shared with you guys previously, as well as this set as well. The full on crit build, which is going to use the 5 of the juicy apple jelly, increasing the crit percentage of this cookie. But before I get started, I do want to let you guys know that crit is going to be a big factor in this game, and a lot of different things are going to affect that factor. And one of them is going to be this thing right here, and that is going to be the chocolate altar of the fallen. This is going to be a landmark that you can buy with a massive 8,000 crystals, which is going to increase the crit damage of all your cookies by up to 20%. At level 20, it is going to be 20%. Right now for me, at my castle level, it is only at 18, so it is going to increase the crit damage by 18%. And on top of that, something like this, the crit percentage, adding 8% crit to all your cookies is going to be at level 10 of the haunted house. As well as if you guys do go to your research, there is going to be that crit damage right over here as well, at the almost at the very end. Right here, the crit damage increased by 20%. So a lot of different things are going to come into play when you guys are using this crit build for Crunchy Chip Cookie. So in this video, I'm going to do a quick test with you guys to show the different builds using first solid almond as well as the crit, and show you guys two different teams that I'm currently using, and then verse the same exact teams on my friend list who are pretty much higher in the ranks, and then you guys can really see for yourselves how much damage and how much difference it can make when you guys are using a full on crit build with a almost maxed out crit damage and crit percentage, as well as just going with a full solid almond build, having these landmarks and extra buffs on your account. So let's get into it and see how well we do with each of these builds. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to be versing this team right here, and it is going to be almost a fully maxed out team, and you can see that it is going to be a wild berry, dark cacao, clotted cream, eclair, as well as a cotton. Alright, so right now this build here is going to be what I've been using to verse double tank comps with someone like eclair as well as a clotted, and that is going to include the sorbet as well as the crunchy chip wild berry. And crunchy chip here is going to be using the 5 juicy apple jelly. So first I'll be using the juicy apple jelly to increase the crit, and then next I'll be using the almond set to show you guys the difference. So let's go into battle now and see how well we do. And here we go. So this one is going to be the juicy apple jelly set, guys. So it's really good that when you have the wild berry, even though your crunchy chip might die in the beginning quickly, your wild berry is still there to provide the tankiness. And also crunchy chip, even though he dies, the wolf comes back and pretty much carries the entire crit percentage along with all the other stats. So it really works out well when you guys are using it with someone like wildberry against a team like this. And you guys can see right here, almost 3.2 million damage done by Crunchy Chip Cookie here. Of course, receiving the buff from Cotton as well as Pom Pom and the pin cushion here, right? So Sorbet does a great job in dealing with the tanks, and then Crunchy Chip just constantly doing damage with his wolves as well as the crit bonus that he is getting. All right, so there you guys go. That is going to be the test for crit percentage. All right, let's change it to solid almond now and see how well we do. All right guys, so here we go. I'm gonna select this preset here now. That's gonna be the crunchy chip with the solid almond, and let's go into the battle now. All right, here we go. So same exact team here, and then we're gonna be using the crunchy chip with the full solid almond build. Let's go. Of course, this is gonna increase his survivability, allowing him to take more damage, especially against someone like clotted cream, right? So his HP will definitely go down a lot less, and he will take a lot less damage, and will just be able to survive and just kind of bite away at the enemies until probably that 1 minute mark here, because of the extra damage resist. So he is able to survive this 1 minute mark now. Still has a decent amount of HP. Probably going to he's just gonna survive that entire time. Alright, so you guys can really see the difference here, how much damage resist kind of makes your cookie survive a lot longer, right? And here you guys go, and this time around, instead of Crunchy Chip doing the most damage, you can see that Wallberry was the one doing the most damage here, because Wallberry was pretty much taking all of the hits while Crunchy Chip was just in the back. So you guys could tell in this build, Crunchy Chip's role is not doing the most damage, but tanking and providing the extra support in the back with his wolves, as well as the pushback, right, knockback with his bite. So he can still do a decent damage, but definitely nothing compared to the crit percentage. All right, so that is going to be using the double tank comp. So now I'm going to go back to the previous team that I've shared with you guys using pomegranate, cotton, pumpkin pie, sorbet, as well as Crunchy Chip, and we'll see how well we do when Crunchy Chip uses the solid almond as a single tank and the juicy apple jelly as a single tank. Alright guys, so first we're going to be using the full crit build once again, and that is going to be with this team, Crunchy Chip as a frontline tank, pumpkin pie, sorbet, parfait, as well as cotton. So we're going to verse the same exact team, a little bit difficult probably this time around because we do have a single tank against a clotted cream, but we're still going to go with it and see how well we do against a team like this using the full crit build. And here we go. So I would definitely tell you guys right now that Crunchy Chip is not going to last until that 1 minute mark, because not only is his crit percentage like just really high, but his damage resist is really lacking. So from the damage that the clotted is going to do, Eclair, yeah, right there, 1 minute and 3 seconds was the time when he kind of died out. But we still have the the wolf there, so definitely not a problem. Just biting away at the enemies, so definitely works out, but if your toppings for other cookies like sorbet as well as pumpkin pie was a little lacking, then Crunchy Chip dying in the front right away before that 1 minute mark can be kind of detrimental for your result as well as your battle. But right there, a massive 4 million damage against a team like this using a full crit build. So it definitely is strong if you guys have all of these technologies and things like that maxed out, but your damage definitely is gonna fluctuate depending on that factor. All right guys, so now we're gonna switch to the full solid almond build right here, and then we're going to verse the same exact team. You'll definitely see Crunchy Chip survive a lot longer against the Eclair and clotted cream. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. So we're definitely going to be lacking the damage though now. So there is a chance for us to actually lose against this team, because even though Crunchy Chip might survive longer, the damage is lacking. So we might not be able to kill them off, but we'll just have to see right here. Definitely you can see that even at the 1 minute mark, we still have more than half of the HP left on Crunchy Chip. Oh, yeah, definitely we can. Okay, so we definitely won a lot, probably a lot closer to full HP than before. But you can definitely see that the damage output from Crunchy Chip is a lot less. But you can also tell that this is going to be a safer build for a lot of people, because, if you guys are using Crunchy Chip without a maxed out tech, as well as, the landmarks that I've shared with you guys in the beginning, then your damage is going to be a lot less using the crit build, and a lot, riskier using the crit build than using a full solid almond team right here. Alright guys, so I tested out 2 different teams as well as 2 different builds using Crunchy Chip Cookie. Of course, going to be the full solid almond as well as a crit. But I do want to let you guys know that the biggest factor in using a crit team or a crit build on a cookie is going to come down to your level of your landmarks as well as your technologies. If your technologies as well as your landmark that affects the outcome of the crit, then it definitely is going to make a significant difference when it comes to your battle as well as dealing the actual damage. Although he is going to be dealing extra damage based on his crit percentage, and that may not change, fluctuate as much, but the ability to crit as well as ability to deal more damage when you guys do crit is going to make a huge difference. For right now, for me, it's 38% extra damage, right, when I do crit, and that is a huge extra damage. So I definitely recommend that if you guys do not have a very highly built technology as well as landmark as of now for that crit damage, then it is going to be a safer bet to use fine solid almond. However, if you guys do have a decent damage resist on your crit toppings as well as you have these landmarks as well as technologies maxed out, then it is going to be a stronger build to use a juicy apple jelly crit topping for crunchy chip cookie. And of course, I will be making a follow-up video after this, probably in the next 1 to 2 videos, talking about why crunchy chip cookie is going to be one of the best cookies right now for you guys to build, and the reasons and the examples of why that is going to be the case. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. I hope this answered the question of whether using a full-on crit build as well as solid almond build is going to be better. Of course, you guys could go with the mixture, but if you guys do look, the set bonus of these two are going to be coming when you guys have all 5 of them equipped, so it is just better to go with one or the other in my opinion. Of course, if you guys do want to mix it up, then it is your choice. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys found the video helpful, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.